Hey everybody, it's time for another video, episode 7 of my Cap 25 series, where I am capped at level 25, trying to make the best of everything. And I think today we'll start by getting some water. Alright, I'm trying to remember where I left off. It's been quite a while. We've got a dilo army that I've kind of worked on. Actually, a lot's happened since episode 7. I'll get into that in a little bit. I did put together a little dilo army, hatched them out, raised them, and dilos do lay a lot of eggs. I was able to use some of those eggs to make some basic kibble. And yeah, so we did that. All right, let's get that. All right. Sometimes it's hard to pick up stuff. All right, and I found. I don't know if I had all of these here last time or not, but I do. I got all my composting bins. Busy churning out the fertilizer. Okay, and then in addition to that, we got to talk about my dimorphodons. Yes, I did find a mate for my dimorphodon and made a dimorphodon army and collected dimorphodons lay eggs just like as prolifically as the dilos do, as you can see. And I used those to make some simple kibble. And then, of course, my dire wolves. I had a bunch of those and made use of those. Just kind of look around my garden. It looks like it's still pretty well fertilized. So I don't need to put any fertilizer in there right now. Let's see. Anything else as far as tames and hatches for you guys? I had to make another preserving bin. One just for eggs. Just for all the different eggs that I have. All the dimorphodon and, of course, the moss chop eggs. So yeah, what happened was I had my dimorphodon army. Okay, and there you see I've got a few dilos and some wolves that I hatched out or gave birth to in the case of the wolves. And if you look here, I do have an artifact there, the artifact of the hunter. I did go into a couple of caves. I had about 3 Dilophosaurs and 2 Dimorphodons. 2 or 3, I can't remember how many. We went into the hunter cave and did pretty well on that. I did try to record that, but my machine ran out of memory before I could get it recorded. I wasn't even halfway through the cave yet. So that was kind of a bust. I don't know if I'll do anything with that footage or not, because there's a lot of preparation before going into the caves. In fact, I spend more preparation time than actually caving time. Just getting ready. And so after doing the hunter cave successfully and getting that artifact, I decided to go in the lava cave. And the results there were not as good. Okay, I'm looking at these dimorphodon eggs, and the levels just aren't there. And so I'm the lower level eggs, I'm just eating them. That's the best way to get rid of them. And after eating all those eggs, I need a little drink of water. And And I think we definitely need, I think we need more dilos. After the lava cave, I lost the entire army. I lost Brainerd the wolf, which was my best wolf at the time, and I lost the dimorphodons that I had. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and wait. No, I don't want those eggs. I was trying to do too many things here. We don't want dimorphodons, we want dilos. That's what we got. Okay, we got a lot of dilo eggs here, actually. And they're all pretty decent level. Better than what we initially went in there with. Which is good, because we're going to need it. That lava cave it's a different kind of cave. So we got, I think we got enough eggs. I think we can turn the breeding off, I think. It looks like they're, yeah. Let's go ahead and just turn him off. And oops. Sorry about that. Get back in line. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we've got enough. We got enough eggs. All right, so we're going to use my dimetrodon to hatch a little bit. Do a little bit of hatching. So let's see if we can. There we go. You see, it is hatching. And we'll just go ahead and put down another egg. And now you see where I'm kind of placing it strategically between the campfire and the dimetrodon, just in case. Looks like as long as we're still incubating. Okay. All right, we got one. Good. He's so tiny. So tiny. Okay. Imprint. All right, I'll just pick up the other ones and imprint on him. There. Okay. And lead the baby over here. We're gonna need some meat to feed the babies. Once they get to be juveniles, they can eat out of the trough. But I've had babies just keel over dead on me before if I didn't feed them right away. So just to get them started, they grow pretty quick. My settings are pretty good there. So that should do for this little guy. Girl. It's a girl. Okay. And I'm just kind of seeing how fast he's gonna. I guess he's not gonna be a juvenile quite yet. So let's go ahead and let's keep him there. And toss a couple more eggs out. Too cold. Still too cold. I know what we can do about that, though. There. Huh? All right, and there we go. All right, come on, get my spyglass on there. All right, there we go. And that's why I put the eggs, and that's why the campfire and the dimetrodon are where they are. And there we go. Let's go ahead and imprint on this little guy here. And I hate that you can't. And see, he's a juvenile now, so he doesn't need that meat. All right. At least he didn't get burnt in the fire. All right. So the juvenile is eating out of the trough, and we'll put. He's so small, it's hard to get fixed in on his. Open the inventory. All right, and that's a little guy, and whistle him to stay and to be on passive. All right, we got some more eggs here. Let's go ahead and that one's a little bit far away, but that one works. Okay, there we go. Come on. Imprint. And we'll put some meat in you. And alright, we'll go ahead and move him off while the other one hatches. And that one's a juvenile now. They do grow, they grow so fast. Alright, get him out here a little bit. And get him to stay and stay on passive. And oh, we got twins. There we go. That'll increase the size of the army. Real nice. All right, let's get on out here. Twins are usually a good thing, especially when you're trying to hatch an army, a cave army. All right. Hold on, we got to get. I should have cut that in half, but I don't want anybody dying of starvation. All right. Let's cut you in half just to make sure that you get off to a good start. Alright, stay. And stay passive. Stay there and stay cool. Alright. And we got... Alright, I decided I wasn't going to endure you the rest of the hatching and the feeding and all of that kind of stuff. We did get six more dilos added to the army. I threw out my wolf here. You know, I have a Mosh Chops called Battle Betty, and I was wondering, I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, but you could see the Battle Betty's health compared to the wolf's health, and the melee compared to the wolf's melee. It's just not even comparable. So maybe that was before I had the wolves that I was thinking she might, Betty, the Mosh Chops might make a good cave mount. Alright, well, we'll just take a few dinos with us. As we're going out. the dillos, the baby dillos, drained our feeding trough. So we are going to have to go out on a meat run. Let's go ahead and name this guy. He just doesn't. He needs a name. I don't know what to name a dolphin. It's. How about. Now, I do have a naming convention that I used for my. Well, for all my army dinos, the dimetrodons and the dilos and the wolves. And basically, it's names of states. And I was going to name this Wisconsin. I was going to give him, but Flipper. That's a little more fitting. Yeah, I name my dinos from the cities of various states. For instance, all of the dilos are towns in Wisconsin. I've got Milwaukee, Shakopee, Oshkosh. You know, I just like to have names, and sometimes instead of just trying to think of one, I'll just do it that way. That's just my way of doing things. Now, this is something that is an update. The dolphin is an addition, and you see that the dolphin is significantly faster than the canoe. And so it's a major upgrade, even though he kind of stutters around a little bit when he swims, but it's still faster, much, 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 much faster than the canoe. So that's why we got the dolphin. Once we made the simple kibble from the dimetrodon eggs, we're able to tame some dolphins. Alright, so we're going to use the wolves to come out here, do a bit of a meat run. Well, I'm going to put the dolphin in the raft because I'm not keen to, if something goes sideways while we're out, and I gotta use the raft bed or whatever, I lose everything. I don't want to lose a dolphin. I don't want to lose my way home. All right, here we go. And those bugs, if we kill anything, those bugs become an issue. They look so peaceful, don't they? Until you kill something and they want it. Can I? I can't get them. Oh well, alright. We'll wait for him to come to us, I guess. Alright, we'll just go down our beach here. We've worked this beach a couple times before. In fact, Wolf versus Spino was right here on this river. And you'll see there are no Spinos here anymore, at least on this section. I can't resist looking at the iguanodons. The iguanodon would be a decent mount, except the wolves are better. They're just better. So the iguanodon's just okay. We gotta get my other wolf on the program. Here we go. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna come on here, kill all kinds of dinos. Wolves are really great for meat runs, especially if you don't have the levels to get saddles for anything higher. I would say they're an improvement over a. Let's get this guy. they're an improvement over, say, a raptor. They're a lot more beefy with their health, especially, and with their melee. I don't know. Well, look at that. That Tapejara is stuck in that rock. Too bad I can't. I'm capped at 25 and can't get a Tapejara saddle. It'd be perfect. So I guess he'll stay around until something else kills him or come back another day. Alright, I guess we'll take the tech Parasaur too. How was it? I'm more for the meat than the tech stuff, but we'll take it. You can always use the oil. Come on. And the ability to run down a dino. Okay, that Therizino might be an issue. We're getting some meat. We're going to need some more. We're definitely going to... What the heck is eating on the Parasaur here? Alright, so you can take care of all the dilos. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more meat. Oh, here come the bugs. There they are, see? But now they get to add to their little bodies to the meat count. Level 40 Theory. Oh! Little ambush. Yeah, you see how fast we melted down that raptor. We could probably take on that Theory, but I'm just not going to risk it. Not for a meat run. There's plenty of other dinos on the menu. We don't really need the Theory. But I do like the wolf as a mount. I can jump. All right. We're going to keep meat running, and then I'll probably bring you back in a little bit. Alright, so here I am, I'm back, and I decided to go with a canoe. I left the dolphin there, potted up the wolves, and loaded up the canoe with meat because of the weight. I didn't think my dolphin could handle the weight of all that meat that we brought back. And we did bring back quite a bit, see? We brought in all the hide and oil and other loot. So I just wanted to... Now, I'm going to keep meat in that canoe because the canoe functions as a preserving bin. A lot of people don't know that. But it actually works as a better preserving bin than the preserving bin sometimes because you don't have to use spark powder to power it. The downside is, and it does hold as much, maybe I should think about doing that. Put more things in here. But it won't make jerky from the oil and spark powder, so that's one advantage of the preserving bin. I'll have to think about that. I'm going to think about utilizing the canoe as a preserving bin because it does hold a little bit more. I'll just go ahead and put yeah, the chitin, the hide and stuff in there. So we had it. Wolves are pretty good at gathering hide too. But there's definitely more meat than hide. I think the best hide gatherer in the game is the thylacoleo, but of course I'm capped at 25, so I can't get a thyla. So the wolf will have to do. Okay, let's put let's put that in there, that in there, and yeah, I have a little bit element dust in there. We'll put the scrap in the forge. We have a little metal left. Let's go ahead and smelt that out. Okay. So, every time I want to get in the boat, I'm going to have to pick up a rock. We'll go ahead and I'm going to peel off some of the meat there. And cook that just so that we had a little food. We're getting a little short of that, and we can put some of that in the preserving bin and go ahead and make some more jerky in there. Okay, I think we'll get back to caving in a minute. But before we do any caving, we are in our raft and doing some alpha hunting. Because part of my condition is to chibi up. And in order to do that, you have to have the chibi. There's my chibi. I need the chibi to, while I'm killing an alpha. Now, but I was rafting along and I saw something else that I wanted to tame. And you'll probably quickly guess what it is while I'm swimming around here in the river. So I'll just go ahead and tell you that I saw an otter. And I do have one otter, but you can never have too many otters. And you can never kill too many piranhas until you kill them all. Buggers. Look at him. Look at him swim away. Alright, where'd the otter go? He was up there. Alright. Or was he down there? I don't see him. Alright, we'll drag a fish around, see if we can find him here. I don't see. I swear I saw the otter up on this river. Right here. I kind of parked a little bit downstream because I didn't want to be on top of him, or I didn't want him to swim underneath me. And I knew I was going to have to deal with crappy piranhas. Okay, this river is the river that goes by the Red Ob. It's not a bad place. Up, 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 up. Here comes a stupid. They are just relentless. This is a river that goes by Red Ob, and this is so that shows you how far I sailed in search of. I'm in search of an alpha raptor, and I haven't seen any since. Gosh, way before I saw the Spino. Might have been before I even got the wolves. So, okay. I'm getting a little bit. Where is that otter? Is that him there? Or wait a minute. What? He's up there. What the hell is he doing out of the water? Alright, well, it doesn't look like anything. That might make it easier, actually. Here we go. Where you going? Hey, I got a fish right here. Oh, maybe the spear's scaring you. Let's try it this way. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's get you another fish. Alrighty. I'll use the Alright, let's name him Otto. Had to use the dino tracker there. And there we go. We got ourselves an Otto the Otter. You can never have too many otters. There we go. And let's let's turn off that tracking thing and untrack. And let's have a look at Otto. There he is. Isn't that cuteness overload? Okay. Otto the Otter. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and resume our alpha hunt. And we will bring you back if we find anything. All right, we found something. We're clear on the other side of the map, and in order to make this work, there you see my alpha raptor down there. In order to do it, I had to do a dino wipe. I've been to and fro, and finally, I was overdue anyway. I still had party dodos, for heaven's sakes. So I went ahead and did that and came out here, and there is the Alpha Raptor. Come on. I know he wants to come over here. I'm trying to get him. Alright, he's coming in a little closer. There he is. Oh, found me. Okay. Level 40 Alpha Raptor. Look at those damage numbers. What the hell? You better not bust down my door. That looks like what he's trying to do. Come on. Okay. I need to... Almost forgot the main reason why we did this. First, let's bring this guy, see if I can kite him down here a little bit. To settle him down and get a little more control. And this is the technique that I used on the beginner server, constructing my stone raft. I need my chibi. Yeah, that's the whole reason for this, so I can get levels on my chibi. This is the only way. This is how you use a chibi, folks, is to... I mean, everybody likes to collect them, but they do have a practical purpose. In order to get extra levels. So right now I'm capped at 25. If I finish level 1 of the chibi, I will get another level. And so, to do that, you have to kill an alpha creature. You get more points if you kill it yourself, rather than letting a creature do it. I'm plunking here. This is why I like the awesome spyglass, because it allows me and you to follow my progress on killing this guy. Yeah, I'm doing 229 damage. It's an awesome crossbow. But you can see the progress. He's down to about half health. The good thing about alphas is they do not regain health. So even if something came around and he tried to eat it, alphas can't eat the bodies they kill. So if something happened to me and I came back a week later, he would still be at half health. Or whatever he is now. He's less than that. Down to about quarter. We're getting there. Yeah, this is perfect textbook alpha kill. I like doing it in the water because that gives me a little more control over them, even though they kind of weave back and forth. And they can swim away, but they always come back. As long as I get enough crossbow durability and arrows, I can kill them off. There we go. There we go. Got him. Ha ha ha. That's the way. Finally. Finally. I've killed alphas before, but I lost the chibi, so this is the first kill on this chibi. Look around. Nothing dangerous, so we're going to dive in. See if he's got any loot. I don't see any loot on him. Okay. Well, we'll get the old pick. And we are going to take that prime meat. You know, Brielle Gaming, I've been watching her. Yeah, I really enjoy watching her, but she always leaves. She doesn't do anything with the prime meat. She just lets it spoil, which she'll use for narcotics, I know, but it drives me nuts to see people do that, to just see them waste prime meat, because you can cook this stuff up, and it can be a taming food, or you can use it in your pot in certain recipes that need cooked prime meat. You have it on hand. I don't know if she knows how to use the pot, but anyway, I have an episode on that if you want to look back at about the cooking pot. So yeah, we're going to cook us up some of that prime meat, and you can kind of see my process here. Unload some of this loot. I did get a pair of boots, nice boots from that. I guess that's from the Alpha Raptor. Look at all that prime meat. So we'll put our spark powder in there and use the preserving bin to preserve the prime meat while I'm cooking it, to keep it from spoiling while I'm cooking. So I'll be able to cook almost all of it without it spoiling, because the preserving bin will keep it for me while I go. And you notice I got 2 campfires just for this, so I can be switching out. And then I take out the cooked stuff, put in the raw prime meat, put the cooked prime meat in the preserving bin, and then rinse and repeat until all of the prime meat is cooked. Alright, and you know what? I think this is a good spot to end the episode victorious with our first. And take it easy, everybody.